Hi, Sharon here, and I'm here to review The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9, Episode 11, Thelma and Louise. Let's get started. Okay, so the show opens up with Kenya and Phaedra on their way to the camp, and today would be the first day of the camp for the kids. They have on these scarves like Thelma and Louise. That's why I started out with the scarves. It was a cute little thing. And yeah, so they're on their way. They're driving in look like a Cadillac, a drop top Cadillac. So when they get there, they meet the kids, and they're hugging Kenya. They seem to know her, Kenya and Phaedra, and Kenya asks them, "You all want to learn how to twirl?" And little girl shook her head, but it looks like she's more interested in playing with Twirl, Kenya's dog. Nice try, Kenya. The kids seem to be having a great time at this camp. Phaedra really put this thing together nicely. It's nice when you can see the girls doing something positive, but they still had the drama into it. And they had lunch, look like on a boat ride. They rode horses. This was really fun. I'm like, hey, our camp was in a dusty cabin with some spiders hanging everywhere, and we had to clean it. And but we did have fun. We did go kayaking and stuff like that. I mean, Phaedra and Kenya and all the girls, good work. I'm glad you guys got together and made this happen for the children. So Todd and Porsha are at dinner, and Todd tells Porsha about the ultimatum given to him at his job because of their social media. It seems that they may have made some political views, known, and I guess the people are very conservative. They gave him a choice of staying with the job or staying with Porsha. And of course, he chose Porsha, and he mainly said it like he should have. You don't tell me who to love and what to do with my life after the job. If I'm doing a job here for you and it's doing well, my political views are my political views. And you just made yours known by giving me an ultimatum. Sounds like a court case to me. So they had the nerve, which if I was Todd, I wouldn't have quit. You have to fire me so I can take your butt to court. Okay? Porsha snaps off. Porsha and Todd really haven't thought this out. So I thought they were just dating. But she seemed to all of a sudden, be terribly upset because he doesn't have this job. And I think it's more of what she thinks people would think. Todd is employable. He's highly employable. He'll find a good job. After Todd told Porsha about him leaving the job, Porsha seems to be totally not with Todd. So fast forward to a few days later. Porsha's at a nail shop. Apparently she fainted or passed out, and the doctor put her on bed rest. So she's in there with Shamia when Phaedra calls her and tells her about a luncheon that she would like the girls to come to thank them for, helping her raise the money, which I think is fabulous. I'm telling you, that camp, this episode made me cry. I laughed. This was like a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Todd comes to the door, and Porsha asks Shamir to get the door, and he comes upstairs. Porsha is totally not feeling him. She doesn't want to kiss him. I guess that stress level is still there for her, and she just seems like now that he doesn't have a job, he's a non-motherfucking factor in her life, to quote Evelyn. Todd feels it. He just feels like she's taking it a little too serious. He just kisses her. They talk about it for a while. But she just seems to think that this is causing her all kind of stress. I guess the girl just really feels like she needs that security there. That's why they say, be careful what you put on social media. And this is, look, young people, this is an example of it. It cost him his job, but he left. They would have fired me. Sheree and Bob. Bob invites Sheree to this restaurant, and he's telling her, "I appreciate you hanging on in there and raising my kids." How long did Bob stay gone? If I was Sheree, that's me. I wouldn't be so easy to listen to what Bob has to say, because you got to think, Sheree needed help at that time. She was raising two children by herself, and then she wound up getting let go by the Real Housewives franchise. She could have used Bob's help. But that's Sheree and Bob. She's in love with the guy. She seems to think that the old Bob is coming back. And you know how we ladies are when men that we've been dating starts acting up and we just leave him alone. Then he comes around and you gotta think, do I give this fool a second chance? So this cabaret girl came out to do a dance. Bob takes her boa from around her neck and he does this bootleg dance that was so cute to Sheree, but to us, it's probably like, no, Bob, okay, we see. Oh, no. But Sheree seemed to love it, and that's all that counts, I guess. They might be getting back together. So I hope she gets what she wants. She deserves a break, and I hope she gets it. So Phaedra, the day has come for this luncheon that Phaedra has invited all the girls to thank them for, selling things and donating money for the kids of Flint, Michigan. And all the girls are there. They seem to be having fun. So Phaedra and Kenya talked about how much fun they had. Phaedra came up with the idea of them all going to do a camping together. Most of the girls were feeling it, but Kenya starts accusing Porsha, do I want to go away with this girl and she has these violent tendencies? And then she tells the girls what Phaedra told her. Well, she's been going to anger management, which Porsha had not shared all that information with the girls. It was just something she might have shared with Phaedra because she and Phaedra were hanging out. And Porsha's like, did I say all that? Did I say? And Porsha like picked her cup up and started sipping on the straw. Yeah, Faye, you done it again. You done put words in somebody else's mouth that maybe you had felt. But the girls didn't say that. I could tell that was a lie. She didn't call the girls together to tell them about her progress or nothing. She came for the same reason that the other girls came, because you invited them to this luncheon to thank them for participating in the fundraising for the children. So once again, Faye, you got to get out of this one. Kenya just doesn't want to leave it alone. She still insists, well, I still want to know what's going on with your anger management. She said, well, I don't want you to ask me anything about it. I guess because of that fight they had. So Candy piggybacks Kenya. And I'm surprised at that. Like I said, Candy for many years was my favorite girl. The one I used to always go to watch. But she getting so negative, and I don't understand why. She should be happy, but does it seem like Candy's not really that happy? She says she has her full house with Ace with his cute little self. But something up with Candy. It's going to come out later, maybe. But Candy is not as happy as she usually is. And it seems like it's playing out in the episodes because she just seems to be hitting this negative path. And she was one of the girls that really didn't have to go that way because she always had a storyline. If it wasn't doing the play, if it wasn't her and Todd, and now her daughter's, older. I think she's 14 now, and she just as pretty as she want to be. She always had Mama June and the the old lady gang. She always had a storyline. Candy has never suffered for a storyline. So I'm wondering where all this negativity is coming from. Porsha decides, after they're all jumping in, everybody having something to say, going back and forth, she decides to leave. Everybody from the table, except for Candy and Sheree, get up following her, including Kenya, who got the stuff started. And she know Porsha is not feeling Kenya. Not in no way, no how. You know? So Phaedra is telling Kenya, well, you need to go back. You know, you the one got this started. Why does Kenya like to throw the rocks at people, hit them, and then don't, still want to constantly poke at them like she did with that scepter? Girl, if she had to put that scepter in my face, Porsha, in the back of her head, I know it's thinking, I don't need the stress. I just fainted. And I really don't need it. Oh, but I forgot to tell you guys. At the table, Sheree said something about we're not gonna, she said something, and Kenya said, well, there's other people been here that's suffered from abuse too. Now, where does that come from? And Sheree looked at her sideways like, who's she talking about? Because Sheree may not be a Porsha. Sheree got the muscles. You see, I don't have any, but she got the muscles. Girl, you don't want to mess with Sheree, can you? Little Porsha gave you a little drag, so you don't, you got away with it. So Porsha's trying to get away. The girls stop her, and she's telling them, I really don't want to deal with this. I am working on myself, and I don't want to deal with this right here. And she's pointing, she's looking at Kenya. I really don't have anything to say to you. So Kenya's still there looking crazy. But Kenya has the nerve to act like she's fears, talking about she on 10, she ready to jump. You ain't gonna do nothing. She fears Porsha. But Kenya has been very aggressive toward people on the show herself. Let's name some of them. Lately, Matt. And Matt went in. Matt couldn't take it. And he did the stupid thing, get his own self in trouble, went out there and bust the windows out. So she says. Nene. Remember, Nene got to the point where she couldn't stomach Kenya anymore. Especially after Kenya set up this fundraiser and put Nene's name down as being a guest there. And Nene had not agreed to it. See, I've been watching this show for a long time. Now Porsha. And remember when she put her hands on Kim Fields? I could have jumped through that TV. So, you talking about Porsha's being aggressive. What about you, Kim? You're very abrasive to people. And I've said that before in videos. You're a pretty girl. You don't have to go that way. But I guess that's how you get in the storyline. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, like, and subscribe.